It rewards Hamas terrorism. It emboldens those who menace Australian Jews and encourages the Jew hatred now stalking your streets. Prime Minister, you replaced weakness with weakness and appeasement with more appeasement. Your government did nothing to stop the spread of anti-Semitism in Australia. It requires the action of your government, which you're not taking, and you have to, because history will not forgive hesitation and weakness.
Yeah, for more on this story, we are joined in studio by Consul General of Israel in New York, Ambassador Ofir Akunis. Ambassador, welcome, sir. It's always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy Hanukkah as well.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Tell me, what do you make of another senseless anti-Semitic massacre happening in the country of Australia?
I will tell you both, and to the audience as well. I warned the Western world. I talked about Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, down under, and I said, if you will, and that's what they did, reflect weakness in the presence of evil, they will attack you. This is the first rule, unfortunately, with the jihadists. This is the first rule. If you, and I'm talking about, I don't want to say you, we, the Western civilization, the Western world, continue to reflect weakness, they will attack. They will attack in Australia, they will attack in Europe, and unfortunately, my friends, I'm afraid that they will do it here in the United States as well.
We have a very big problem now because we have a mayor-elect in New York City who is clearly an anti-Semite himself and tolerates the worst kind of statements and behavior toward the Jewish population.
I don't want to talk about personas. I want to talk about ideology and messages. And when someone is talking about globalize the Intifada, you, my American friends, needs to know what's the meaning of the word Intifada. It's full destruction. It's violence. So you must stop it. And yes, even the mayor or the new mayor must, I think, condemn it. Globalize the Intifada? Of course, this is something that he needs to condemn. Now, there is a new attitude saying that there's the Jewish communities and the state of Israel, and there is no connection between them. So I want to say right here this morning that Israel, the beautiful country that I'm represented here, is the homeland of the Jewish people, period. So now anyone can do whatever he wants with this message.
Absolutely. Well, we know that Israel absolutely has a right to defend itself, Ambassador. But my question to you is, how much of this, the onerous of what happened in Australia, falls on the government, as Prime Minister Netanyahu has suggested? Because this is an Australian government that didn't condemn the previous acts of violence and words and anti-Semitic rhetoric that was happening in that country that became so furious.
That's the main problem. And I'm calling from here to the British Prime Minister and to the French President to condemn anti-Semitism in general, in Israel, in Europe, in United States as well. Because, you know, there's meaning to words, but there's meaning to silence as well. That's, I think, the strongest message that I can deliver today. You can ignore the anti-Semitism in your country. That will not help. That will do the opposite. And that's what happened in Australia down under.
And also, what do you think, if anything, of the delay in how the police conducted themselves once the shooting began?
No, that's a good question to the security forces in Australia. I think that they must investigate this massacre. 15 people, it's unbelievable, including 10 years old.
It's not about gun violence. This is clearly about anti-Semitism.
Exactly.
But I also want to talk about what's happening in Gaza right now. Talk to me about the latest there and your thoughts.
So, as you know, Ran Gvili, the last is an Israeli hero. He kidnapped from Israel. He was in Israel. He kidnapped from Israel to the Gaza Strip, and he is the last hostage, actually. We are saying that our policy, according to the agreement, is that we want them all
Of course.
in Israel. And then we'll start the second phase of the agreement. Because if, there's an agreement, the Hamas must fulfill the agreement in full and not to, keep Ran Gvili in Gaza in captivity. So this is our message. We want to continue, by the way, according to the agreement, to
Yes.
phase 2, but only when Ran Gvili and his sister Shira, she's here this day, and we will light the 8th candle of Hanukkah this evening here in Manhattan.
Final question, 30 seconds to
Please.
you. In this era of anti-Semitism, this cancer that's sweeping the globe, talk to me about the message of Hanukkah and why it matters and why it's relevant to even non-Jewish
I will tell
people.
you the message of Hanukkah is that the light always prevails the darkness.
Yes.
I think that this is the main message. And the darkness is unfortunately, the radical Islam. And the light is our values, American values, Israel's values, the Europe values. We are together and we must stand together.
Amen. Amen.
We are one. We
Thank
are
you so
one.
much.
Ambassador
Thank you.
Akunis, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome
much.
anytime. Thank you for
Thank
what
you
you're
so
doing.
much.
Israel has the right to protect itself and the right to exist.
And we
for sure.
stand with Israel.
Thank you so
Absolutely.